got, I think, like maybe a third or a quarter into the game, and I didn't like it. In fact, various things I quite strongly disliked. There's an hour until Hoot House, well, not even an hour, 50 minutes until Hoot House banner comes out in Genshin Impact. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna play until that happens, and if I don't feel like continuing playing that point, then we stop. I don't remember if I actually defeated the bird or not. Seems like I did. Yeah, I got sick of this game. I think I saw actually an ad for it. Well, no, I saw something which mentioned it. I think on a meme page on Instagram. And I explained why I didn't like it, and I got some people telling me to give it a second chance. Which I think is sometimes a phrase which is fair, and also sometimes a phrase which is goofy as fuck. Because it implies that you were in some way unfair to it. Which I don't think I was. Okay. I mean, okay, I'm noting, of course, it is, for its time, like, really good. I don't deny that. But I see people still acting like it's one of the best games ever made, even by today's standards, and it isn't. The reason why I would say Resident Evil 4 is the best shooter ever made is because it was the best shooter ever made when it released, and it's the best shooter ever made now as well. It has aged perfectly. This is a remaster, and it's aged quite poorly. I don't believe they changed anything about this other than the graphics. I don't remember how to do shit. Right. Yeah, I don't think they changed anything in this remaster other than the graphics. But still, when you're doing a remaster, you should touch things up. And for that reason, I think it is fair to judge it on the basis of it being a remaster, at least. Because people said this open world, I haven't felt any need to explore. Like, I mean, I don't see any particular landmarks. But I guess I'll look here. Let's see if there's something here. I believe I saw a clip of someone finding like an explosive bow. So I believe it is stuff to find. But I mean, yeah, the game doesn't nudge you in any direction. Like, there's something there. But I'm assuming that's just related to some other Colossi later on. The game doesn't really give you any reason or motive to explore. Of course, like other open worlds design, of course, will show you something interesting, or make you interested in the lore or story, and therefore you'll want to explore. Or the game will necessitate it for progression, or via showing you that you can earn rewards, but this game hasn't done any of that. So I would say, so far, if this even does have open world aspects, I mean, I would say the open world aspects are handled so poorly so far that it doesn't even feel like an open world game. And so that's why I basically completely disregard that. I mean, like, it's possible the game will get better or something with time. And I can see how a game seemingly inspires a new replicant, which is interesting. Of Because the thing is, so far this game is entirely reliant on its boss battles to be good. And so far, I would say only the first two were okay, and the other ones since have been downright awful boss fights. The two tutorial ones were okay, and after that they were outright just bad. He said under a temple. I have no clue what that means. And also saw people saying like, oh yeah, there's atmosphere and stuff. Yeah, there's atmosphere here, I'll give it that. I'm feeling some atmosphere right now, but the rest of the game, no, there wasn't. That was one of the things I was thinking about. I might have even mentioned it, there wasn't any atmosphere here. That's something Nier Replicant really excels at and uses a lot. Nier Automata and Nier Replicant are masterpieces in atmosphere. Particularly, I would say Nier Automata is better just because of Nier Automata is a better game overall. But I think Nier Automata uses atmosphere and stuff better as well. So I think maybe we'll kill a Colossi or two, maybe 3, depending on how long they take. And if I feel like it continuing playing, then I will, but otherwise I'm just going to go on Genshin Impact. This is a sudden change in biome. Did something actually happen there? I thought we saw grass leading down. How have we suddenly changed into a desert? Right, let's see what's over here. Nothing is over here. Right, cool. There's a couple of structures around. Okay. I want to take a look at some of these. Maybe this will be something later. Right. I was just quite disappointed by this game, because of course I'd heard it's one of the best games ever made. And one of the games which you have to play once you get a PlayStation, so it's on my list. My friend has just messaged me, I don't know if that appeared on stream. Right, so I just promised my friend I'll be on when the Hutao banner drops, so never mind that plan, I'll be going on Genshin regardless after 40 minutes, but... I'm interested in now having a desert area here. There might be stuff over here. to check this out. Right, 'cause if it's such a good open world, surely there's something. I've always wondered about how realistic these biome transitions are in games. Hello. Just because I've never seen anything quite like this myself. Like, yeah, like this here, we saw this in the main area as well, so what is this? We saw something a lot like it. Can you stop? No, it's just another one of these. Is there something I can do here? How do I get the bow out? Oh, okay. Okay, it's got a tail. 5 lines skink. Collect a silver lizard tail. Okay. Did that do anything for me? Right, there's a box here. There's a suspicious box. Does a suspicious box do anything? How do I climb again? Okay. How long has it been since I last tried this out? It's probably been like a good month, maybe more. I don't see anything climbable. If this isn't, then I don't know what else would be. Things, of course, I'm always looking for new games to play. I'm a self-proclaimed variety gamer. I very much do not want to play just one game. Not one genre or anything. I made a conscious effort in recent years to branch out. If I look at the sun at a certain angle, do I get a flying hat? No? So now that'd be a cool thing if, like, standing on top of here made it so I could access a secret thing by using this, but nah. It doesn't seem to be any point to this. Maybe I can shoot down a bird? If I feel like spending half an hour trying to nail that. I started watching a video about like a secret which apparently took the community like 20 years to find or something. It was something someone posted on 4chan way back in the early 2000s, and it was a mystery which only recently got solved or something like that. Well, I didn't watch the whole video, I just kind of got bored a couple minutes in. Also, I think it had spoilers. Yeah, I've seen a clip of someone using like an explosive bow, so I do believe there is stuff hidden in the world, but it just seems more hidden than it probably should be. Don't die. Thank you. Hope my friend isn't upset. They asked me to do their commissions with them, but I want to do this. I think it'd be extremely awkward for me to have started up the stream event and immediately say, I'm gonna do commissions with my friend instead. Is there any point to doing this? Is there any point? Like, I'm just looking for something to do which isn't fucking participating in shitty boss fights. It's like, what does that get for me? I don't recall there being any kind of inventory. Great, there's fucking lizards you can find. Very cool. Okay, let's do this now. Does it mean anything when it's half yellow like that? I mean, I just assumed it's because it's half in the dark. Look, I don't want to deny that this game was really good for its time. But yeah, I don't think it's one of those games that just hasn't aged very well. But like, you can still pop on classical Mario games or Resident Evil 4 and they'd still be fantastic. I mean, this game, how old is it? It was early 2000s, I don't think it was late 90s. So I'd say it probably released at a similar time to Resident Evil 4. Well, I think a fine thing to compare it to would be Halo. Obviously, completely different like genre, obviously. But in general quality, compare it to Halo, I suppose. Or maybe you could say Halo's too big of a developer. Well, I didn't think Bungie were really big when they originally made Halo. I thought before that they'd made some like obscure fantasy games or something. And then Xbox hired them, but I think they were known, but they weren't exactly big. Okay. And again, yeah, this is a remaster, and like a remaster doesn't just have to be a retexture, it can also introduce new things. Like, I prefer to Persona 5 Royal as a remaster of Persona 5, but that includes, or adds onto a story with the best section of the story. Well, I personally think beta game Persona 5 isn't all that. I haven't played it, I did buy it, but I never got around to playing it. There's no way I'm about to replay it now. Of course, I think the original Persona 5 missing the royal story would be a bit shit. Directly below? I didn't see what else there is to do here other than just try to climb down. There are little ledges there. Okay. How do I... Yep. Okay. To the right. Okay, so to the right. Okay. See, this is cool. Why can we have more stuff like this in the open world? This is decent platforming. Oh dear. Okay. Alright. Oh shit. Right, it's game time. See, this is already better than all of the other Colossi, really, just for the way you get to it. The extreme of a fight sucks ass now. Also, I would complain that all the Colossi kind of look the same. But yeah, I'm not going to. It's a fucking early 2000s game. That would be unfair, even on the remaster. We need to go to the light to be able to see its weak points. Okay, keep going. Just keep going. Should I climb over this as well? Okay, that's some damage. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's get behind him. Force him to turn around. Never mind, he turns pretty well. Okay. I don't know if I want to hide under there. It doesn't seem the safest. Okay, top of his head as usual. Right. So top of his head. On his back. Okay. He has arm on his legs, which doesn't look climbable. The only thing I can think of is climb up this way. What is the weak spot on his back? Can I get eyes on that? Okay. If I can... hide? Hide. Okay. I mean, I don't see how I could hide back there. Okay, so he's lost us, but I can't climb up first. Should I climb up here now? I don't see a way to climb up there. There's a little plate here. Yeah, I've found a place where I'm hidden, mate. I just can't do anything, even once I am hidden. Are you saying I should hide and then climb back up? That might be it. See, it doesn't look like I can climb up him. Is there anything in here? I can't reach anyway. And I also don't see a way to climb up. Yeah, there's no way to climb up. Okay, I probably should just try to just climb him. I mean, I haven't tried at all yet. So I can see that knee thing possibly could support us for a moment. So let's ring him around here and then jump on the back of his legs. Also, the LED in my controller keeps flashing red for some reason. Good thing he lacks object permanence. I don't feel like it's gonna work. Okay, it didn't. Cool. Okay, yeah, so what do I do? All I can think of is lose his sight and then use that opportunity to shoot him in the back. So he'll stand still and let me hit. So I've got it highlighted. He's gonna keep looking for me over there. So I don't think I'm stupid. Look, how? Also, the game's just stopped giving me like a hint now as well. Where on earth? Okay, no, I think I've got it. I think if his eyes light up, that means he sees us. I think we might be able to climb up that rock face there, and then jump on top of him. Want to reveal them both, and then leave. Righty, let's get climbing. Okay, I'm looking up a guide again. I don't have a patience for this. Oh well. Okay, I'm gonna pull up a guide, and then before I watch it, I'll give it one last shot. I'll give it another minute or two of thinking. Shadow of a Colossus guide. Right, I've pulled up a guide. It's 4 hours long. Okay, it seems they're in the fight right now. Okay, so now I'm gonna pause it. Right. I mean, just from a brief clip I saw, they were stood under there. So let's experiment. Let's just stand here. Right, so there's a plate here. If you know anything, there was a previous boss fight where there was a plate in the arena, and for no actual real logical reason that plate was necessary to win the fight. Well, not actually necessary, it's possible to parkour. It is possible to parkour to get on top of that guy. but it's because of physics, not because it wasn't intended. You have to wait until like a specific timing when he lifts his sword back up and then jump on it, and it will just like fling you, and then if you get the right trajectory, you can then... That's dumb as fuck. That is so fucking stupid. That's really fucking stupid. Really? Oh my god. So again, like, that's really fucking convoluted, right? Once again, it's just a random plate to indicate to you what the fucking mechanic is. Even though it has no saying on, like, what the actual mechanic is. Right, so, like, that would be less annoying if, like, my other strategy did work, where, like, he would peek his head around a pillar instead. But here, no, you have to go to a specific spot which he'll peek his head under. Now, that's the technical limitation. That's the limitations of the time, right? And see, again, I will say, like, that's a clever mechanic for its time, but that hasn't aged well. Especially if you want to go like an open world design philosophy, which is supposed to encourage experimentation. Having only one specific solution to a boss fight is completely contrary to what is supposed to be the game's design philosophy. So I wouldn't have an issue with it. Why are we climbing sideways? That's just climb in the direction I'm fucking... Jesus. See, the reason why I'm not attacking the weak spot already is because he climbed in the opposite direction to what I was fucking pressing. And now we're... Okay. Okay. It's not supposed to slide down here again. Because he's in the air, you're gonna have to look for us again. If what I was doing earlier worked, where if you just run around a pillar, he'll peek around a pillar, I would be less angry about it. But the fact you have to stand on this plate and wait for his beard to fucking come down into view and then jump onto his beard is... And he does it again. Thanks, bro. I mean, it's just natural selection at this point. God. Okay, here we go. I would still say it was the best Colossus so far. For how you access it and the mechanic. I did figure it out myself. I did. Well, like in the video I saw him standing under it, but that was the next thing I was going to try. Anyway. So if once I actually managed to fucking figure out the mechanic of a fight myself, and the way you get there is interesting. Though the mechanic is still inconsistently implemented. So that was like an okay to like maybe like a good fight, maybe. It still doesn't make this game one of the best games of all time. You had the functional boss fight with an almost interesting... You had a functional boss fight with a mechanic which wasn't fully implemented. Look, there you go. Fucking best game of all time. No. Like, if all of the boss fights were that quality, I wouldn't be angry. I'd just be maybe a little bit disappointed. But they're not. That's the best one by far, so far. See, that should have been the tutorial boss, honestly. The tutorial boss literally has no mechanics with it, it's just shoot it and climb it. The second boss was a bit shit because it was just shoot it in the heels until you get lucky and it decides to keel over. You know, like that second boss was just gonna be down to a fucking random chance when you shoot it. Which made it a bit shit. Because you couldn't tell if you were doing the right thing or not. When you were. Cat's here, hello. Parent on mic. Hello. You've grown bigger, haven't you? We noticed you've been growing bigger. You're bigger than we first got you. Please no claws on my skin. That will hurt. Oh, the reason why I'm streaming today is because I got the day off uni because of strikes. It's the second day of actual uni, because last week was inductions. This week is the start of actual lessons. So it's my first lesson with this teacher, and they're out on strikes. So it's a really good start, isn't it? Okay, that's claws on my skin. Please don't. It's my... Haven't even gone to meet them yet, and they've already booked a day off due to strikes. I think like strikes are getting a little bit trendy. The thing about SAG-AFTRA strikes is that, yeah, the people that aren't getting paid adequately should get paid adequately. But there's also some other people saying that they should get paid more who are like distinctly like lucky to even fucking have their jobs. Like some of the Marvel writers for like Loki and some of the recent Marvel shows have been saying that they should be getting paid more. No, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't have a fucking job. You're tanking. You are single-handedly tanking fucking Marvel as a corporate entity. And Disney by extension. Like, you shouldn't be getting paid because you're costing your company billions. Billions, literally. Because Disney Plus has lost billions in the last while, I think, if I remember correctly. So these people's writing is literally costing their employer billions. So like, no, you shouldn't have a job. Never mind be getting paid more than what you already are. You should be fucking thankful to be getting paid minimum wage for that shit. And, I mean, the thing is, I'm happy for Disney to go down. Because it's a dangerous scale of mega corporation at this point. And it does need to go down. That doesn't change the fact that they're beyond incompetent at their job. And as I said, creative job, they shouldn't be getting paid more for when they're doing a shit job already. And already getting paid a good amount for it as well. People that truly are getting paid awfully, yeah. But some of the people really shouldn't be getting more payment than they are. You're just gonna sit here, Yes, I would say that's probably the best Colossi fight so far. So maybe they will get better. Yeah, I'm not really sure where I'm going now. And I like my cat to stop fucking about. No, don't eat the wire. No, don't eat the wire. Yep, lick the wire, that's alright, but don't eat it. No, don't eat it. No. Fuck horse. And cat's leaving. Horse, can you... Please? Thank you. Like, one of my big problems with Nier Replicant is just that the game world in it is so small. Now, I'm pretty sure you could fit the entirety of Nier Replicant's world into just one of Nier Automata's areas. Nier Replicant is tiny in scale compared to Nier Automata. That's desert now? Is something happening? I don't feel like there was desert here before. Oh, are we going back over there? To the first fucker that, like, pissed me off? Well, that's something which let's talk about Nier Replicant now. Which I feel is one of Nier Replicant's biggest problems. Which, of course, it does the same thing as Nier Automata, it makes you play the game several times. But, of course, Nier Automata is just better in every way. But also, Replicant's world is much smaller, right? The Replicant, you have your main area, then you have the desert, which is mostly empty, and then you have the big field, where that beautiful piece of music plays. But that field is also, like, mostly empty. And then you have the area, and then you have the forest. And then on the other side, yeah, you have the area which leads to the desert, and then the shrine, which you only go to twice in the whole game. The desert is mostly empty, aside from, like, the dungeons you go to there. And then there's a little path on the way to the other town, which I can't remember what it's called. Because Nier Replicant just has so little compared to Automata. The thing is, not only are all those areas very small, but they don't have much depth to them. Because, like, a good open world will have stuff everywhere for you to explore. Or if it doesn't, the other stuff will be impactful. And I mean, Nier isn't an open world, but it does have worlds to explore and stuff, and you are going to be going back over that several times. And Nier Automata handles that well. But also, of course, Replicant. In Nier Automata, you aren't actually playing the game over and over several times. It's literally just like a... It is a similar approach to games as television, like we saw in Resident Evil Revelations just earlier this morning, technically. It was a similar approach in that, of course, it's just you start a new game plus to continue the story, right? Don't know why I didn't mean to do that. Right, 5 minutes. But in Nier Replicant, when you do start the game back up again, you actually are literally just playing the same story. You just replay the story from halfway through. And yeah, that just kind of sucks. Obviously, they took on that criticism after the original launch of Replicant, and then in Nier Automata they made it so when you restart the first time, you get to play the same story from a different character's perspective, which adds a lot to the plot and characterization. Though the gameplay just isn't as good, which is a shame, but it's still fine. And then, of course, once you do New Game Plus for the second time, then you get a continuation of the story. Which is fantastic. Which I'm glad about, because I personally don't like Nier Automata ending A. It might just be because I was playing with a family in the room and it was a bit awkward. I might need a heal. There's a box here? The box is here as well. Okay, so I don't think the box means anything. I don't know how to use these. Had some Nando's for lunch. Right, so I'm thinking we'll take on this Colossi, and then we'll be done. But if this Colossi is pretty good, then I will go ahead and give the rest of the game a shot. If this one's bad again, then yeah, I'll probably take another month break from this. This one looks a little bit scary. This definitely reminds me of the shrine, Shadow Lord's castle. Do I need to shine the light directly on it? With all the odds, I need to dive in. Ah, fuck it. Oh boy. Alright. Ooh. Okay, so this one is different. Wasn't expecting an actual underwater electrical one. I'm a little bit scared of dying immediately. I can see its eyes. Hard to pinpoint a weak spot, other than it just being its spiked. Spike, spike, spike. So it's 3 spikes of weak points. That's what I thought. Then how can I? An arrow through the water is not going to work well. Do I gather its attention? Like a bird? Oh dear God. Oh. Okay, I thought it was coming from me. My timer's going off. 2 towers dropped in Genshin Impact. Game. Yeah, that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing, game. He's just a bit stupid. It feels so fucking patronizing when, like, you have the right idea, but the game isn't handling it correctly, and then they play the fucking hint as if you had no clue what was going on. When, like, yeah, you did. The game is just too dumb to realize what you do. Okay, fine, I guess I'll go further out then. But then if he insta-kills me or some shit, then... not my fault. He seems to not want to go near any of the stone. And he's still ignoring me. Okay. Okay, I have an idea. His tail there was not electrified. Okay. So I'm thinking maybe if we grab onto his tail once he's done doing his thing. Right. Okay. That's really hard to get right, but I think that's it. So I'm thinking then he would drag us underwater, and then we hold on to him, so that way we go underwater. Is there a dive button? I don't think there is. See, I'm thinking we grab onto him and then he will pull us, of course I'm assuming it's gender, and then they will pull us underwater. We have to very delicately dodge it right now. Yeah, thanks for telling me, game. Unfortunately, this fucking idiot climbs just way too slowly. He swims way too slowly. I hope this guy can hold his breath underwater, because otherwise it's not going to work. What is he doing? Why is he just surfaced? How can I get that to happen again? Okay, cool, he just did it for shits and giggles, I guess. That's great. I'm glad I got to take full advantage of that. There isn't a swim fast button, is there? I know. Okay. It's right there. Okay. Now we just go in. Okay, hold right trigger. Okay, cool. So I, of course, I timed it, I moved into position, I held the right button, and nothing happened. Of course, just like with birds, you have to fucking wait a while to retry. Which again, like, this isn't my fault I'm failing. Especially not like that one. Okay, we grabbed on. Okay, and now we're on it. Okay, cool. So there's no difference between those two versions of events, but this one succeeded because fuck me, I guess. And now we're just gonna drown. Okay, we regained some stamina. Okay. 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 Okay, that's one stab. Okay, well that's it apparently. Right. Is it just one stab? Okay. If this fucks up, I'm gonna be so mad. Don't you dare. Alright. Well, please don't fucking drown. Okay. Well, we did it once, we can do it again. It should be a little bit easier now because we won't have to worry about electricity. So I got a viewer. If you want one of the guys that's been trying to troll me recently, welcome. This is the last Colossus I'm doing today though anyway. Can you notice me, senpai, please? Or is he gonna ignore me now because he knows I'm a threat? Or is he just gonna crash the water for zero reason? And not leave me a chance to grab on? Because I was just randomly done. There's no way I could have grabbed on. Is he actually going to ignore me for the rest of the fight and I have to just wait for him to randomly come back up? I feel like that's happening right now. It feels like that is what is happening. Yeah, they're just ignoring me. Completely ignoring me. So now it's just down to RNG if we can get back on him again. Oh, no? Okay, now we noticed it. Why? Why did it take him that long to notice us? Oh, no, he lost sight of us. Yeah, there's another concept which I would actually really like if it was implemented competently. Tad Dipisil KK. Hello. Okay, we're on. But we need to go all the way from here to the front. Boa / nice. Okay. Grab. I think we can grab onto the spine things here. Particularly, I think they're good. I think we have to grab on before we go underwater, otherwise we'll immediately lose it. Right, go. I mean, this still looks like it can be... No, don't you dare, okay. I mean, maybe stabbing it will manipulate how it moves? Okay, if it just stays above water for a couple of seconds, I can get it. Okay, so now it still has half its health left. Okay, so now it just needs to stab it here. And just pray it doesn't decide RNG doesn't fuck us. It's entirely down to RNG now if the game kicks us off for it. To be true to you, you can just go underwater and not come back up. I mean, I lose. There we go, okay. See, that was another one. I would say the two we did right now are the two best in the game. This was the least shit execution on the mechanic. Like, the hiding one just shouldn't have required you to hide in a specific spot. And this one shouldn't have been as fucky-wucky as it was with the fucking it seeing you. Can you stab me already? Come on. Okay, there you go. England. There's another eel. It seems there'd be two more, and then there'd be another eel. Actually, yeah, let's take a look at the statues, because I'm about to end stream. Go play Genshin Impact, so I told my friend I would. If I hadn't told my friend I would actually continue. I would be willing to continue right now. Right, so this looks like a bird. Another bird one. Another big fella, maybe another quadruped. Another snake or eel. Looks more like a snake, actually. Another quadruped. Another big fella. Right, these aren't quadrupeds, these are standing up. But this definitely looks like a quadruped. That also looks like a quadruped to me. Another eel. And that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna save. Yes, I will give the game another shot. I've decided those two fights were the two best fights we've had so far. So maybe they start getting better at this point. But I'm gonna go play Genshin Impact. That's that.